New data out this week shows that young adults, like us millennials, as an example, are delaying milestone celebrations. When we were younger in our childhood days, we were promised that if we found a job that we really enjoyed, we would actually get maybe a celebratory 40-year gold watch for a great career. What else were we told? We were also told that buying a house would be doable. If we just saved enough money, we could buy a house, start a family. Well, new financial data says a lot of young adults are delaying these milestones because life is just too expensive. Hey, it's August 6th. Welcome to episode 4 of The Midday Show with J.R. Bjornson, Season 1. I am your host, he who is J.R. Bjornson, and I hope you're having a wonderful, happy Thursday. Before we take a look at what's going on in the days worth celebrating, I just want to say hello to all the new subscribers. I did push out a little TikTok the other day about the podcast and encouraging people to try to subscribe and take a look at the podcast. And if you have subscribed, welcome to the show. Here's one of my personal favorite parts of the show, going over the international holidays. These holidays they're not actually real holidays, but they're on a calendar, and these are usually created by companies who want to showcase products. But it's also fun to go over them, like National Traffic Light Day. In 1914, the first ever traffic light was turned on, and we've been using traffic lights ever since. The classic yellow, red, green. And, as my son says, various shades of gray because he's colorblind. I love my son. He's actually a white cane user like me, but he uses a little bit more vision than I do. So sometimes I'm kind of jealous of him, but his world is so beautiful because when he paints a picture, he actually paints his skies not blue, but a light shade of pink. And the grass still looks kind of green, but he uses a more yellow tinge. And just his world is so beautiful. And I love my son because his world is unique and he is unique. So shout out to my 12-year-old who does not listen to the podcast, but I just, whenever I think of him, to be colorblind, the world looks so unique. It's also National Underwear Day, celebrating your undergarments. Thank you, underwear, for keeping us supported. I don't know. Like I said, these holidays are weird, like today's also Work Like a Dog Day, where life can get complicating, but with enough training, we figure it out. Am I right? All right, good stuff. Anyway, back to the original conversation and how we started off the show a few minutes ago. People are delaying milestones because life is more expensive. And the idea of actually taking a moment to try to save can be daunting. I'm in Alberta, Canada. We were the first province in Canada to raise the minimum working wage, to $15 an hour. Now, other provinces' minimum wage is much higher than Alberta. But I know so many people that work 8 hours a day, Monday to Friday, that make, about $2,400. Take off your 15 to 30% tax or whatever, you're down to $2,000 or $1,900. And these people are expected to pay rent, which rent in Red Deer on average starts at $1,200 and can go as high as $1,900 a month. Some people are basically just working to have a house, but not have enough money to actually, feed themselves. These are what we like to refer to as house poor, where, yes, you have enough money, you make enough money to pay your rent, but you have to go access services rather, like the food bank and the Salvation Army and various resources, just so you don't keel over, because we just live in this time and age where even if we want to save for that 40-year celebratory gold watch, or maybe that new home, we may never get those new homes because life is just so ridiculously expensive. So, do I agree with this data? Yes, I think young adults are not celebrating milestones because there's no milestones to celebrate. Unless you're lucky enough to go to college and get that dream job or that field that actually pays. Become a doctor. It only takes 14 years. Unless, you're like me and you suffer from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and you're blind, then life is a little bit harder, but not hard enough for me to complain, because I love being a stand-up comedian. I love having children who I help get ready for school. I think I'm not truly going to be lost as an individual myself until my kids are overall grown up, because next to doing this podcast, hitting the road, performing comedy here and there, my purpose in life is taking care of my kids, helping people laugh, and just working towards becoming some type of outreach worker. But also, this podcast, as an example, this podcast is a great little side purpose of life because I get to hang out with you Monday to Friday. Remember, new episodes go up at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. if you're like me and you're in Alberta, Canada. The Midday Show with J.R. Bjornson. We recommend, if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button if you're still here. If you're ever interested in joining the conversation, email me, blindguycomedy@gmail.com. I love talking to all you incredible listeners. I check my email Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. and I check it one more time again at 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So I will get to your message eventually, and we'll spend an upcoming show reading some of your answers to the questions we've asked in the week leading up to the podcast where I answer all your questions. So thank you so much for listening to another episode. How do we feel about millennials, young adults, prolonging their milestone celebrations? Because, in my opinion, life is expensive. Are you one of these young adults that don't celebrate milestones because you're too busy working your butt off? That it just doesn't seem feasible at this current time. I would love to know your thoughts. blindguycomedy@gmail.com. Take care. I will talk to you tomorrow, because tomorrow will be Friday.